I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What is going on, YouTube? You not only get one show from me, but you get two shows from me. First show is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You get the dessert first. The show at 9 o'clock is going to be all politics, all Epstein files, and we're going to be talking about AI, dating, and what's that's causing human beings to do. But before we get into this review, ladies and gentlemen, I have a family member that's joining me. Not a real family member, but a play family member, but a real family member. And she can blow fire like a dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, it is the Khaleesi of the Andos, the breaker of chains, and all the other good things. How are you doing today, my sister?
How are you, cousin? Hello to the people.
I'm good, but the people have questions. Why you look like you on a date, cousin?
I look like I'm on a date, really?
Yeah, you're too young to be dating. You got on the rosy lipstick, your hair look curly like Curly Sue, and then you got the zipper a little too low and shit. What's going on, cousin?
I have on a whole jammy set under this. I said, well, I can't wear my jammies. Let me throw a jacket on. You see the power of disguise.
Oh my God.
Jacket is the jacket.
Did y'all hear this? Okay. All right. That's the Khaleesi, ladies and gentlemen. Dracarys. We're here to talk Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Oh boy. Before we get into it, Lex, I want to show a little clip. This is not from the past episode. This is from what's about to happen this week. Just a small little clip because this kind of tells you what happened in this past episode, because this episode was amazing. But take a look at this.
My youngest son seems to have grown fond of you, sir. Tells me he will serve no knight but you.
I think I'm done with princes.
Maybe you're not the knight I thought you were.
So Lex, you are the savant of this show. You know the things that most people don't know. You've read the books. You've read pretty much all the series. You know George R.R. Martin. Tell me about this episode. What did you think, and did you like it?
So I will say the bigger events of Dunk and Egg I know about, but certain things I don't. And I remember like episode 1 we were reviewing, I brought the book up here and I was like, and I thought about it like, no, don't do it until after. Like, let some stuff be a surprise. Little Miss Know-It-All. So I had no idea about Baelor dying. I was like, oh my God, like what just freaking happened? Like, this episode was magnificent. It was great. It was literally a rare steak with A1 sauce and butter to the side. Garlic butter at that.
Oh my Lord, ladies and gentlemen.
What a salad.
So let's just dive right on into it. We start in the tourney, and we've got Targaryen versus Targaryen action, which I know you hate because you are Lex the Targaryen. But this is the history of the Targaryens, ladies and gentlemen. The way that their dynasty ended is because they kept fighting each other. That's how it ended. And we're starting to see that now with A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And Lex, in the beginning, when they picked sides and they started the battle, our boy Dunk was getting his ass kicked. I mean, I'm like, dude, he was a clear showing of Lex. Just because you big don't mean you can fucking fight. Okay.
I honestly don't even think it was that though. You know what I think it is?
What was it?
All right. Imagine somebody, right, that has never had any technical boxing training, right? Somebody that can street fight, right? And then you got somebody that cannot street fight at all, but they can box. You know what I'm saying? You put them two together, you're going to expect the boxer to win. And that's not necessarily the case because street fighting is dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of fight because Dunk wasn't raised on, you know, swordsmanship and things like that and trained like Aerion and them were. Like he got it out the gutter like from an old dude versus training every day, my lord, like my young prince. They training for, we saw it. Bran was, before he became a willy legs no feely, even he was training.
Golly, here you go with the jokes already. Okay, that's how she viewed it. How did I view it? I
Yeah,
viewed it as though I agree with what she's saying to some degree, that he didn't have technical jousting skills. I agree with that. But I think what they tried to show us with Dunk was his resiliency, his I'm not going to quit even on death's bed. And they took the opportunity with him getting knocked out and beat across the head to flash back to everything that made him who he was. And that ultimately is what got him up from death's grip, because his mentor said, "Get your butt up. It's not time for you to come see me yet. Get up." And when he got up and he made up in his mind he wasn't ready to die, that's when he got to commencing a butt whipping on the Targaryen a-hole. A-hole Targaryen. And I was glad to see him yield. I knew Dunk wasn't going to kill him. I knew he wasn't. But as they did these flashbacks, Khaleesi, how did you feel about the flashbacks and the setup to everything that made Dunk who he was?
I got it. I do wish it was a little bit shorter, simply because of how short the episodes already are. Like, we could have wrapped that up into about like 6 minutes. Like, nip, nip, nip. It's just because we have shorter episodes. So I appreciate the sequence. I'm not saying it was bad, but I do wish they would have just, vamoosed it a bit, like give us more. But I mean, how much fighting are you gonna have? So, and then, like I said, next week is the freaking finale. So it's just like, we just started. What happened? But I told you, because at first you were skeptical. I told you, once it start kicking it, like once the ball rolls, it's on a hill. This is not just a back and forth type of thing. It is on a steep hill. So, the ball has began to pick up motion.
But Lex, the problem is a lot of women don't like a Minuteman. We only got one episode full of excitement, and now the party's over. So, as you said, the ball got rolling, and now the ball is about to stop. And I kind of feel like, first of all, it's 6 episodes. That's one thing. Secondly, they like 30 minutes long, Khaleesi. This is a Game of Thrones story. You got to give us a little more than that. Now, mind you, HBO has came out and said, audience and Lex, they're renewing the show and that they are coming back next year. They're not going to take 2 years off. They're not going to do that. And
well,
next
praise be. Rest in peace to my poor grandmother who died waiting for House of the Dragon season 3. Love you, Grandma. Yeah. Died waiting. She would text me every day, "I miss my dragons." So y'all should feel horrible at HBO. Y'all really should give us an early screeners pass to make up for my poor grandmama.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that. And here's the thing. HBO does a marvelous job of putting out premium content. Pretty much anything on HBO you can watch, no matter what your favorite genre is. You can go cross genre on HBO. I got to give it to them. But this show, for me, it started very slow. And I do like the hero's journey. I like the tale. I like Dunk. I like his morals. I like his who he is. I like the way he was raised. And he's not your traditional a-hole in the Westeros. And I like Egg. I really like Egg because Egg was that secret sauce. He was that nasty that Dunk needed. But now, and even in this episode, the way Egg was cheering on Dunk, "Get up, sir. Get up."
That little boy gonna be somebody. That little boy got a future. He was tearing that roll up when he paused. My part that really gut wrenched me was when he was like, "Wait!" It was like,
"Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah." Like
he was looking for the slightest of heartbeat, like that. Oh my, I can't. I was just like, that was so pure. That was so freaking pure. Like,
Lex, I like the little boy from the very first time we seen him, but he actually displayed that he can actually act. That horn and that get up, sir. I mean, that if that didn't grab you by the horns, you are soulless. You need to be on Epstein Island, because that little boy, when he blew that horn and he said, and he was like, wait, Lex, I was saying to myself the same thing you just said. That boy is going somewhere.
Oh,
He's
yeah, he
going
gonna be somebody. He got a future.
He's got a big future. Now let's talk about his future in the kingdom. Okay. His uncle, it was his uncle that died, right? Because it was his uncle. His uncle
Baelor.
died, got bashed in the back of the head. That was the ending of the
By
show.
his brother.
By his brother. Which
And it wasn't on purpose.
But still, like, I mean, it was kind of, folks, if you want to understand, it was kind of one of those things where you see NFL players, they're on the same team. And we do this macho bull job of banging helmets with each other when we do something good. That's kind of what he was doing.
Now somebody got CTE.
Yeah.
Well, no, because CTE, you still alive. Now you got you Superman.
He got DEATH, death. That's what
on arrival.
Got death.
And he was a good man. Rest in peace, Baelor.
Yeah, he was kind of like the Ned Stark of this show. He was the Ned Stark. He was the one that didn't really want the throne, but everybody wanted him to have the throne.
Well, he was going to have it next anyway. He was in line.
So now where does that leave our boy Egg?
In line for the throne, actually. Because his father takes the throne now. That was the older brother, if I'm not mistaken. So his father would step up, meaning his line, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Valar, Maester Aemon, who's at the Citadel, Aerion the a-hole, and Egg. God bless Maester Aemon. He survived this whole like, what? Maester Aemon really is one of the few characters on Game of Thrones that died old and happy in his bed.
And really didn't do anybody wrong.
Nah, Maester Aemon was a good man.
Yeah.
He was a good man.
He was a good one. So for the people that don't know the story and just got so many more questions, like they just got so much stuff they want to know, Lex. Where are the next episode? It looks like we're going to have a breakdown in the relationship between Egg and Duncan. How is that going to go, Lex, based on what you understand?
Like I said, honestly, Duncan Egg is the territory that I do not know too well, like other than bigger events like the beginning and end. But in my opinion, I think it's just a rift. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to get together. It's a freaking story about them. And keep in mind, when Joffrey was being the a-hole making fun of Jaime, he was like, Sir Duncan the Tall, 3 pages. Like, the man is about to have an adventure where he has 3 pages of things written about him. So it's kind of just the friction of the beginning, but he made it very clear. And as we can see, Egg really do stand on what he be saying. He said, I'm not squiring for nobody else. So clearly something gonna have to give. I think he's just in shock right now because A, Baelor died defending him. B, he may feel guilt somehow in his heart because he technically was never a knight. He just going with that lie, but it's okay because he's worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? So he may trip like the gods saved me, but they punished me. Like he could be tripping right now. And technically, I mean, if you want to be technical, if Baelor did not have to defend him, he would be alive. So he is slightly, responsible for the death of the king in survivor's remorse mode. It's not that he truly is. Baelor made a decision to actually be a good guy and fight for the good, but this is Game of Thrones, baby. Good guys don't win. Rest in peace, Big Danny.
Oh my God! What is like that, Lex? Good guys don't win.
They do. What good guy won? We watched Game of Thrones first. What good guy won? The cripple that saw it all ended up on the throne. That was some real crook stuff because he could have prevented it all. And did he know? It was so he could be scooted around King's Landing. But I digress.
What about Jon Snow? Well, he didn't win because he had to go back to the Night's Watch.
He deserved to go.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
He betrayed people. He was hanging kids. Jon was fake noble. He wanted to be noble and he wanted to. He got dragons killed. He was out here hanging children. He stabbed Daenerys. Like, look, we not.
Folks, that's all she's mad
God.
about. She's mad that the man stabbed Daenerys. He needed to because Daenerys was starting to become an a-hole Targaryen.
That's crazy. But if a man, but wait, it was all clap for Tyrion when he blew the city up. It's such double standards. And
I didn't clap for Tyrion blowing up the city.
But the Battle of Blackwater Bay, everybody was happy because they made a decision to let me tell you something. This is my argument every time. If my best friend, y'all got to go back and watch that scene where Missandei heard everything that Cersei planned with Euron. Y'all got to play that scene back. If my best friend looked me in the eye and you could say anything in the world to me before you're dead, she could have yelled out. She could have yelled out anything. She looked that woman in the eye and said, Dracarys, do you know what that means to a target? Hell yeah, I would have burnt the city too. Because ain't nobody, when I was trying to be nice, y'all had a problem with it. So now I'm going to force you to bend a knee. How about that?
Folks, she made that eloquent argument because she likes dastardly people winning. And her queen was dastardly. Her queen went down there. She had the dragon that had the hottest breath of all the dragons. That dragon was melting buildings down to rubble and ash.
Indeed.
And liquid. He was melting.
One woman army. The ancestors needed 3 riders and 3 dragons. That was a one woman army. Good God, that was beautiful.
And she was taken down by a man who was 5'2". That's what she got.
Betrayal.
That was not betrayal.
But Jon Snow is noble. He's noble. Why you ain't pull up and ask to fight? Because you knew you would have took that L. You kissed her, knowing you were her weakness, and stabbed her. Ooh, don't get me started.
He didn't have a choice, Lex. You saw what she was doing.
A hoe. He was a hoe.
You saw what she was doing, Lex. You saw it with your own 2 eyes. You saw it.
And I stand by every decision.
Ooh.
Every decision.
Lord have mercy, boy. I tell you. Okay, Lex, so what are we to expect from next week's episode? What's going to happen?
I think next week's, like I said, I feel like this whole season was a prelude. Don't get me wrong, it is going to be a very short story. I think we're only getting like 4 seasons, possibly. But I think this whole thing was basically the introduction to everybody and like who everybody was and how everybody is. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was like the whole introduction type thing. So it'll be Dunk and Egg getting together, Squire, and I believe obviously he's gonna have to establish himself in King's Land in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Being near him, or they may go throughout the kingdoms, but you're gonna have to have some sort of protection. He's a prince. But I think this is going to be a very healthy relationship that lasts past his childhood into adulthood.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for us. I love the episode. It brought me back. Dunk is a real G. I like Egg, but I'm just wondering what kind of controversy and cliffhanger are they going to leave us on in this finale coming up this week. But y'all let us know what y'all think. Post your comments. Khaleesi, what are you selling this week?
Dun, da, da, da. Okay, so if you guys have heard of Kava, I have a company that not only has the powder version of Kava for you to drink, but they also have Kava gummies. So this is a mango gummy, and this one is a ashwagandha berry gummy. Now, I have a friend that has ADHD. She took these and she was like extremely calm. It gives you like a nice, like super calm, like the more you take, the calmer you are, like a super calm feeling without a hangover because it's no alcohol, there's no THC in it, so it is a all natural alternative. So these also help you sleep. You know, if you're having back pains or anything like that, they help with pains. They're really good. So you can try the company. It's called Fiji Vanua, FIJIVANUA, Kava, and they're actually from Fiji. So I definitely trust it because it's not like, you know, just a market for them. Like they're literally from over there. So I think this is pretty cool. And like I said, I like the gummies. I definitely did try the drink. I like the drink, but I like the gummies a lot more. You know what I mean? And it gives you like this tongue numbing feeling. It's cool. Your tongue kind of goes numb.
So how would that be if 2 people took it and they kissed each other? How would that work?
I mean, I don't think they would feel their tongues.
So It would literally be they gotta stick a tongue down in the esophagus before anybody can feel something.
They're not going to feel anything. Like it numbs you completely. Like it numbs your tongue like completely. It's like a little sparky type feeling. It's cool though, actually. It's like they're good for stress too. That stress, anxiety, they're very good. It's like your body. It's almost like a natural, like, I don't know, maybe something like a medicine somebody would take for antidepressant or something like that. Like you're just nice and calm, but you're functional. You know what I mean? Because it's not a drug. It's a natural plant. So I definitely do recommend these guys. Check them out.
All right. And well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for me, I'm going through a rebrand in life. A lot of crazy things going on, but the one thing that has given me stress relief and peace is that I've been doing pretty well with stock trading in terms of my process and system. And there's never been a better time to be in stocks right now because we have the most crookedest president in the United States history who telegraphs everything that's going to happen in the market, which makes it very easy for you to follow. And if you're someone who's ever thought about stocks, or maybe you're trading now and it hasn't been working as well for you, you can get a one-on-one with me. The link is in the description. I will show you my whole process. I've custom built it myself, from filtering the best stocks to when to get in, when to get out, what indicators to watch. And last year was my first year day trading. I turned a profit. So far, so good this year. And I can get you guys in with a prop trading firm so that you don't have to trade your own capital. So if that sounds like something you want to do to rebrand yourself and give yourself a little bit more freedom in life with stocks, link is in the description. It says one-on-one with Mont. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like it. Go support the Khaleesi. Support me. And for those of you that are nasty like Janet Jackson and want to come back for the filthy that we about to talk about on politics in 15 minutes, go get you some popcorn, because it's going to be heavy beat down on MAGA. Till that next Sex is Hell video, we out.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.